Hello everyone, and welcome to the Hylian Gamescast. For this episode, we're going to be talking about the top 10 games releasing, or that have released, in October 2018. These are for mainly the Nintendo Switch, but there are a couple here for the Nintendo 3DS. So some of these, since this is the middle of the month I just explained, some of these have already released, some are releasing within the next few days, and some will be releasing towards the end of the month as we get closer to Halloween. We're going to try and have these videos either at the very end of the month, preparing all of the Nintendo fans for the upcoming month, or we're going to have it on the first day, or as close to the first day of the month as we can, to talk about the games that we're excited about that are going to be releasing this month. So starting off, we had our first game, and these are in order that they released. Number 1, we have Mega Man 11 on October 2nd. Number 2, Mario Party, which released on October 5th for the Nintendo Switch. Number 3, we have Luigi's Mansion, which released on October 12th for the Nintendo 3DS. We have The World Ends With You, released on October 12th. Lego DC Supervillains, which I'm kind of excited for, that releases tomorrow. We have StarLink Battle for Atlas, which also releases tomorrow on the 16th. We have Jackbox Party Pack 5, which was a game, or a game in the series that provided us with many hours of fun at E3.
Yes, I'm really excited for that one, actually.
Releases October 17th. We have the Dark Souls releasing on October 19th. Just Dance on October 23rd. Finally, Harry Potter Collection on October 30th, the day before Halloween. Another one that I'm really excited for. So, Choobs, do you have the document open now?
I have it.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, tell us all about Mario Party.
All right. So, Mario Party, the original 4-player Mario Party series board game mode that fans love is back. So you and your friends and family are invited to join the party. And so now in this one, they have a couple of different modes. They have the partner mode where you can freely move around the board and choose where to move. And then the person that gets those stars, of course, wins. And then they have the regular board game mode as well, which I feel like that one was almost an afterthought because the partner mode was so polished. So you can test your skills in sets of 5 minigames with the new mode, Mariothon, and see how you stack up against players across the globe in online Mariothon. I actually haven't tried this mode. I don't I don't know anyone that has this game aside from me, so hit me up, we'll try it out. And whether you're pedaling tricycles, flipping meat, or who knows what else, you'll use Joy-Con controllers in clever ways across 80 new minigames. Some are all-out free-for-alls, others are 2v2, and even 1v3. Oh, Toad's Rec Room. Don't get me started on Toad's Rec Room. So we actually talked about the banana patent thing, where you can connect the consoles together, and then you slide to connect the bananas. So, of course, I don't know anyone else that has this game other than me, especially in person, so I haven't been able to try it. But I just need to say that the baseball minigame that they have in Toad's Rec Room is hilarious. I laughed myself to tears playing it. Because it's there's no background music, it's just Toad. And it's Toad cheering the same cheer over and over and over. And you can fake out computers really easily, and it's a disaster. I never want to go to Toad's Rec Room again.
I love it. If I get this game, that's all I'm gonna do. So the one thing that's holding me back for Mario Party is the lack of online sort of functionality. You can't play the base game online though, right?
Yeah.
Am I right on this? Just the mini games, yeah. So that kind of makes me a sad face.
Yeah, it is a big letdown, but maybe that's something they can improve. Obviously, there's multiple Mario Party games that come out for every system, or usually there is, so hopefully that's something they can add for the next one, making the base game online.
Yeah, they could also like patch it even or do an update that adds it as well. But yep.
Out of 10,
Maya in the chat said I totally love it.
Nice. Out of 10 bananas, how many bananas do you give this game, Choops?
I'm gonna give it like a 7, maybe a 7.5.
7.5 bananas.
7.5 bananas. That's one entire banana that's probably gonna go bad if nobody eats it right away. But there are a lot of things that I love about this game. Like the mini games are amazing, but I feel like a lot of other things that are happening in this game definitely weren't really polished. Like they have that new like river raft mode. It's boring. You just have to grind through it to get the gem.
Oh. Did you play the Mario Party 100 for the 3DS? Or was it Mario Party 100?
Yeah, 100. Like it gives you 100 mini games that you basically just play through.
All right. So would you rather?
It's not just the base game is like only mini games?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather have?
They had like a random.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just going to say, would you rather have that for the Switch, or are you happier having this for the Switch? Because when Mario Party 100 came out, I thought this would be perfect for them to just release like a collection of the top 100 Mario Party things for the Nintendo Switch, but it was for the 3DS, so I thought it was kind of odd.
Well, I mean, based on how much I've played of Mario Party 100, it wasn't that good. Like, like I really liked that they included so many of the mini games, but it wasn't very polished. So for me, I'm much happier with Super Mario Party than I was with the 100 mini game version.
Wait, how many mini games were in it?
100.
How? Oh, really? I wish they indicated that somehow.
I mean, well, that's another thing. Super Mario Party has 80 mini games, so it's like, and they're all new, so.
That's fair enough. Yeah. No, actually, what I kind of interpreted as like the 100 Mario Party 100 or top 100, whatever it's called, was kind of like the send off to all Mario Party of the past, so that they could come with Super Mario Party that was like not a numbered new Mario Party, but it's like this is the new. Thank God they didn't call it new, because it's Nintendo.
So
Super Mario Party. So,
fun fact. The reason that you may not think that both of these games felt polished, they were both made by the same company, IndieCube. Likely, maybe not the same engine, but I wouldn't imagine that it would take a new engine to play it. But also, oh, do we?
We got a super chat.
Read it
The
off.
Skillful Swordsman says, "Could we ever see a turn-based Zelda game similar to Final Fantasy?" Totally just interrupting everything we're saying. Sorry,
No,
guys. But,
we totally could. Zelda 3 was originally going to be that. Kind of.
this is true. It was supposed to be like a party-based RPG.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Fairy mage.
But for your party, give us like a group of people like the champions. I've been saying it for months, but that would be so cool. You've got like a great set of classes. You have Miph as your healer, your heavy is Daruk, Urbosa's basically a fighter, and then you got Rivali as your archer. That would be a very cool game. I would love the heck out of that.
Yeah.
It would be pretty amazing. And then Link could just be like the best all around.
Yeah, just like your rounded player character.
Yeah.
I love it.
Give us. Someone says, "Oh, Heavy versus Dark Mage Tingle."
Dark mage. Tingle would be like reconnaissance because he has the map for the field, so he knows the layout.
Oh yeah,
he can do recon,
and he can balloon up into the sky and
he can drop bombs.
Drop bombs on you.
Yeah. So we actually have the video that we referenced was the top 5 canceled Zelda games, which was the original pitch that Miyamoto had. This was long before Aonuma came in to take over the Zelda series, but Miyamoto originally wanted it to be more like more Final Fantasy-ish, to where you had 3 party members instead of just the 2. But this was also back when it was still kind of for the original NES, and then they were like transitioning it to the Super Nintendo. And it was a very different game it was going to release, but then Dragon Quest was coming out, and they didn't want to put out 2 big games at the same time because they didn't want to like divide the audience to where like both games would end up making half as much money. So they ended up waiting like 6 months to release Zelda 3, and in that 6 months they kept on changing and tweaking stuff, and then we ended up with A Link to the Past, which was very different than the game that they were originally going to release, which is very interesting. It went from being like a 3-player game to a 1-player game, which is crazy.
But very good still.
Yes.
A Link to the Past be still my heart.
Yeah. So Indie Cube, their first game, which is very interesting, was F-Zero for the Game Boy Advance. But more recently, aside from the other Mario Party games that they had, was Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. So the Amiibo Festival, the Amiibo Festival connection kind of makes me understand why you say it felt kind of unpolished. So
maybe their strength was more in mobile games, because Pocket Camp turned out great.
Turn my phone off.
True, but like the scope of a mobile game already is like smaller typically than what you'd expect from a console release, right?
Yeah.
So
and like I said, like so their partner mode, where it's like basically you play with a partner, and so it's like 2v2 basically, and you move freely across the board. That one felt really polished compared to like the rest of the game. Like I feel like they started with that and then they added everything else as an afterthought.
Yeah, I wonder if that was like their initial idea, and then Nintendo's like, "Don't forget, you got to do the other thing too." And they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll just add it real quick," and but that was like what they intended for the game initially on their own.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So now
I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Did for the game initially. Yes. That's.
Shall we move on?
Good.
Yes.
What else we got here?
You can take the next one, Daniel. I feel like it's up your alley.
Which one?
Daniel.
Star Fox.
StarLink.
StarLink. Which is almost. I want to get StarLink. I didn't realize the release date was tomorrow. That snuck up on me, but.
It's like $100.
It's $100?
Yep.
To get the ship with it?
Yep.
Okay.
Why? That's too much.
Because it's kind of like a weird. It has a Toys to Life connection with it. So kind of like with Skylanders, to get the starter pack, it's more expensive. Are you demoing that game too, Kayla? Tubes?
I haven't heard anything about it.
That'd be sick if you got Star Fox.
I don't do my training for another couple of weeks here, so I won't know what games we're demoing until then. And then even then, I can't really say anything.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, yes.
Daniel.
But StarLink is a game that looks really good. I have not played it, but I really want to do that. And my friend Nate from Nintendo Prime told me that he's more excited for StarLink than he is for Smash because it's that heckin' good. No. And I was like, whoa. Because he played both of them at E3. But actually mostly, like, I really want to get it for the Star Fox exclusive content. As weird as that sounds. Because Wolf looks really good in it. And though they've got those kind of like, almost like puppet looking Star Fox Zero designs for the characters, but they got the original voice actors back, I think. If not, they got voice actors that sound really similar, but I think it is the original cast.
It is as well.
From Star Fox 64 as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that very, very much. And also the Toys to Life thing, obviously I have something of an interest in that kind of product. So that idea is pretty cool. But no, I really just want to get the the Star Fox content. Also, Kayla said that Peppy died and he didn't. So on Twitter.
I mean, he did technically die. I totally forgot he came back. Sorry.
He didn't die. There was a cop out. But it's like, who even knows? Because they like reboot the Star Fox series at like it's freaking Christmas. So it's a new year. It's a new Star Fox. So
Yeah.
yes, they've rebooted the series 3 times. So who even knows? what
Star
makes
Fox?
sense? Yeah.
Yeah, because the original 64 0.
Yeah, they're all reboots. So.
Yeah, no, reimaginings or remakes.
It's a yeah. I guess because Star Fox 64 was like basically a combination of Star Fox 1 and 2 with its gameplay, but Star Fox 2 never saw the light of day until like last year. So, so we're getting off topic. Yeah, what's the next thing you were talking about? The words.
Do
you want me to read this thing out? This blurb?
Yeah. If you can.
I can read.
Not rudely. It's just I did a lot of work copying and pasting from the official websites. Okay.
Oh, this is what the official website says?
I was gonna say, like, that first one that I read, I was like, this sounds like I'm reading straight from a Nintendo thing right now.
Yeah.
Is that what this is? Is this from Nintendo? Okay. Well, it says StarLink. Battle for Atlas is an action-adventure game, third-person perspective. That's a really weird sentence. Is an action-adventure game, third-person perspective set in the Atlas star system. The player ventures into different parts of the Atlas system, meets with different alien species, and forms an alliance with them in order to build a crew. Forming these alliances changes the game's world state, which will then change the gameplay experience. In the game, the players can use their spaceships to freely explore the open Atlas system. Split screen multiplayer mode is also featured in the game. Oh, thank God, because there's not enough of that in the world, in my opinion. Allowing 2 players to explore the space and planets together. All ships can take off into space and skim on planet surface. Transition between space and planet surface is described as seamless. Each player has their own landscape, story, hazard, flora, and fauna that may become a threat to the player. The player can also engage in both space and land-based combat with enemies using spaceships. These spaceships can be extensively customized with different parts. Wings, weapons, and spacecraft modules can be freely swapped at will. Players are encouraged to experiment with different combinations of weapons as different enemies react differently to attacks. Pilots are also present and have special abilities that can be utilized in combat. For instance, one type of pilot can slow down time itself. There are 4 types of ships and pilots.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it. Also, Luke.
Oh.
Super chatted us.
Luke, Hylian Luke. He's our favorite Luke.
He's
Thank you, Luke. Here, this is a really gross-looking heart.
Think Zelda will be included on the N64 Classic? Well, I guess that was one of the questions in our mailbag, so I guess I'll just take that out. Deleted.
Luke, our next topic is actually all about Ura Zelda. So if
is it? I should read this Google Doc.
Yeah, so if you can just give us like 2 minutes to get there, we will. But yes.
But man, thanks for the super chat.
Yeah. It's actually why the first thing in the title is Ura Zelda, because there was some misinformation that people were asking me about, and yeah, so I wanted to kind of correct that. But yeah, I think the coolest thing about StarLink Battle for Atlas is, so when you're traditionally, I really hope this is something that carries over to other Star Fox games. Maybe Nintendo can just get Ubisoft to make a Star Fox game. But
sure.
So it says that the traveling between space and a planet surface is seamless. So it's not like starting out in space, going to a planet, having it load, now you're on the planet, and then when you go back out into space, it loads, now you're in space. Like, you can go from planet to planet or whatever without having any load time. Which, imagine playing like an updated version of Star Fox 64, where if you're getting tired of a level and you don't want to finish it to go back to space, you can just turn the R-Wing up and just like fly out of the planet.
Pretty cool. Also, we got another super chat. What's going on?
Everyone's so amazing.
Muted Mike.
Muted Mike. Don't have much money. I'm sorry. No, you do not have
okay
to donate. We encourage you to like spend your money on yourself, but
Yes. But thank you.
they really do help.
You're the man.
Yeah, he
Man.
doesn't even have
Mike,
a question.
man. He doesn't. He's yeah. So what's your question, Mike?
Yeah, give us
just tell us right now.
Give us the question.
Just
And
hit us
then
up.
in the meantime, the last game is what I'm excited for. I played the Lego Harry Potter games on PC with my little brother because he's now addicted to Harry Potter, which is great
Good.
because the new Harry Potter movies are coming out, or in the Harry Potter world, Fantastic Beasts. But the newer games, or the new game releasing for the Nintendo Switch, Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 and Lego Harry Potter Years 5 through 7 on PlayStation 4 for the first time, and will also be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Top-selling video games remastered on one disc, or in this case, a cartridge. Discover and unlock all of your favorite characters from the across. There's a few typos in some of these, and these aren't my fault. I feel nice when it's not my typo. It's the wizarding world of Harry Potter while taking an interactive journey through iconic locations from the beloved books and films. Full of spellcasting, potion making, puzzle solving, lessons, dueling, and much more for players of all ages to enjoy with friends and family using easy drop-in, drop-out cooperative play. A perfect gift for fans eagerly anticipating the upcoming film Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. That's an old description. It's almost like they just reused it from when the PS4 came out. But yes, the Nintendo Switch version I'm really looking forward to. And I think multiplayer in games should take note from what the Lego games do, to where you can literally pick up a controller and play as a character.
Yeah.
And
Just like
not
turn
have
it
to-
on, it's like boom, you're in. Yeah.
Exactly. It's almost like Kirby on Super Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
to where like someone can pick up a controller and like you can just like down B or whatever it was, and then like he'll poop out a second player.
Though Kirby Star Allies did good with that too. You can basically drop in and play, and then just drop out really quick as well.
Yeah,
so,
and you can play up to 4 players, which is really nice too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean that is really a good way to go for a game of that scope. Yeah, it's good. For couch co-op, that kind of thing. Yeah. Also, Mike said he did not have a question.
Oh,
Just wanted to be a nice person.
all right.
Oh, and then he asked a question. He said, "Do you think Nintendo is making another 2D Zelda soon?"
Yeah.
I would love that if they do.
So
But
I feel like we're a little bit overdue for a 2D Zelda
Yeah.
game. It's coming.
one thing to remember is Nintendo getting all of the third parties that they let work on Zelda games like Tantalus or Grezzo out of the way. Nintendo always has 2 teams working on Zelda games. They have their home console and their handheld team. Sometimes they work together. I think they work together on Breath of the Wild. But like A Link Between Worlds was the last official handheld Nintendo game, and then Grezzo
what about Triforce Heroes?
yeah, well, Grezzo took most of Triforce Heroes.
Oh, okay.
I think it was more of a collaboration. But yes, so if there are any games coming out this month or next month that you guys are excited about, comment them below, and maybe we'll join in and discuss them with you. Or maybe we can bring them up on the next podcast. You okay, Tubes? You looked like you
Yeah,
got super
I'm just-
excited for a second.
I looked over and I saw that I'm a mod now on Cameron's account,
yeah,
and I just
yeah.
thought that was really funny.
Yeah. Well, like I had to make. He's part of the family, right?
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably never notice, so.
He's just like, hey, I'm a mod. No, that's not what he sounds like. Okay, so yeah, Ura Zelda, right? That's what we're getting out of the way for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. New intro, guys. What time is it?
Throw it down,
It's
Jesse.
12.
34,
16.
34 minutes. No,
That one.
Just 30, because, words.
Words are
Just
hard.
remind me of that later. 34 minutes, because that's the time. So. Okay, everyone ready? Yeah?
What if I just
I like
put it
your
on
shirt, by
Yeah.
the way, Tubes.
Oh, thanks.
Daniel has a
it's
cool
Cameron's
shirt, too.
This is, I think this is the Saskatchewan airport.
Oh.
What? Why? Do you
My
have that
boyfriend from
as a shirt?
Saskatchewan.
Why?
I
There's
don't
nothing to
know.
do there.
That's why he came to America.
That's why. You mean?
I mean,
This is America.
To Vancouver? We're not in America, Jessica. Unless you mean North America, which Saskatchewan is already
that
a
is
part
totally
of.
what I meant.
But I don't blame him for moving away from there.
To the Americas.
Saskatchewan is a province of Canada, and it's the second most boring province of Canada.
Wait, so it's in
We always-
Canada already, and then
We always joke
He just
that
moved
it's
from
like
one place to the other.
I
we
was
joke that it's
thinking,
the super
like,
flat
Europe.
land, and that if his dog runs away, you can watch his dog run away for like 2 days straight because it's so
Yeah.
flat there.
It's just all flats, and like we're in
Muted
BC,
Mike
so
donated
it's
$1.
Mike. You're so nice.
Thank you.
Change your name to Nice Guy Mike.
I can't do the heart as good as Tubes did.
Oh, mine looked like a pumpkin.
Mine's pretty bad. Mine
You
is
do
terrible.
A double heart, maybe.
What
Is
if
that
I
a
put
thing?
mine right to the edge of of the screen, and then someone else?
It has to be Tubes.
There's a
Tubes. Can you put yours
I-
to the edge?
Just do
Is
it.
he on this side of me?
Other side.
Yeah. Keep
This side
no.
of me.
Yeah,
Wait, depends.
That's
Who's-
right. Put it
Are we
closer.
really doing this
closer
right
to
now?
the edge.
Do it. Do it. Yay!
Yeah, okay.
But on mine,
Ura Zelda!
Yeah. Okay. So
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.